Welcome back. Welcome. Welcome to a divine message. Let's see what's happening. What is happening, Selena? Okay. Keep it going. Okay, definitely some singers in here. Definitely some singers. Keep it going. Your brain makes money. Your brain makes money. Your voice makes money. Your face makes money. Your essence makes money. All right. Keep it going. Childhood relations. Childhood relations. Okay. Somebody in your childhood, maybe a relationship you had in your childhood, is telling you to keep going. That regardless of what you may think of them, regardless of how things left off, this person's soul wants you to keep going. If that matters to you. And I feel like it does. I feel like that's nice to hear. Switch it up. Switch it up. Switch up the pessimism about your childhood. And realize that people love you. Your childhood friends love you one step at a time. Bye-bye. Twin flames learning to go slow. Spirit family. Okay. All right. So you definitely moved on from your childhood relations, for sure. You definitely chose something bigger. You chose yourself. You chose your journey. You chose your spirit family. You chose your spirit family. Your spirit family was always calling for you, always letting you know that we're here. Letting you know that physical relations are sometimes practice for spiritual relations. Most times they are. Most times physical relations are practice for spiritual relations. But the spiritual relationships are really where it's at. So, you definitely said goodbye. You said goodbye to these childhood friends. Childhood. I spelt it wrong. Yeah, these were ignorant times. These were times where you weren't sure of yourself. You weren't sure of your power. You weren't sure what you're doing, why you're doing it, what you're capable of, what you're supposed to be doing in this life. But your spirit family, maybe Selena is one of them, your spirit family definitely let you know. Your spirit family let you know what you got to do, let you know who you are, what you're capable of. And they told you, you will move on from this, you will move on from these people. And it's one step at a time. It's one step at a time. So maybe you're just now saying goodbye to these people, or maybe you have a long time ago. But either way, it's always one step at a time. Either way, it's always going from one world to the next, one life to the next. So in the beginning, obviously, you're going to be filled with the essence of the past. But each day that you push forward and keep singing and keep doing your work, keep doing what you love to do, you're stepping into a new world. You're stepping into a new life, new relationships, new family. Every time you choose to share, every time you choose to speak, every time you choose to sing, every time you choose to create, you are choosing a new life. And maybe you've always had that awareness. Maybe you knew that. But there was fear of letting go of these childhood relationships. And Spirit is saying you did it. You're on the other side. Okay, so a lot of you are on the other side of it. You're completely embraced by your new family. You're completely in your new life. And now you could just observe it. You could observe the past. You could appreciate the past. Appreciate them, appreciate your relationships. And Spirit is saying that some of these relationships, and you know this, some of these relationships, these people still deeply, deeply love you. And that's no burden. That's what used to be the burden. That's what used to be the burden because it was painful to detach from someone that relies on you. But now you've taught them that. You've taught the power of detachment. You've taught the power of spiritual connection, spiritual love, that it doesn't fade, that it always remains. So these highly acclimated, these highly spiritual people in your spirit family, your spirit guides, they taught you that. They taught you the power of spiritual love. And you taught that to your childhood friends. You taught what your spirit family taught you. Feed your dreams. Your spirit family said that you don't need them. That you don't need them. One second.
They had the little preview with the little interviews, or the trailer, what they call it, interview with him, But then it said tomorrow. I'm like, yeah. I don't even know my. So that's so. But that makes hopefully sense. Today we'll see. Certainly, buddy. Go on. Or you're climbing a skyscraper in pouring rain. No. Let's go this way, buddy.
Okay. Okay, so you were a catalyst. You were a catalyst for growth among a lot of people. A lot of spirits. You were the medium. You were the one in the physical doing a lot of spiritual work, doing a lot of spiritual healing, spiritual cleansing, spiritual alchemy for the spirit world while you're in the physical. So that was your mission. Your mission was to implement who you are. Your mission was to become who you are before you do anything. Before you go on a journey that you don't know what you're doing, Spirit put you on a mission to know who you are. And now you do. So you have leveled the playing field. You have stepped into your role. Spirit didn't want you going into anything without knowing your role. And now that you know your role, Literally anything can happen. And you have the power to shape your reality. You have the power to go down any path you choose. The Spirit is saying, if you're here for some advice, feed your dreams. Keep singing. Keep it going. Twin flames learning to go slow. Your twin flame wants you to say goodbye. Wants you to say goodbye to the old life. Say goodbye to the old life. It may not make sense right now, but singing is your ticket to freedom. And you may not be a singer. You may be an actor or another type of artist, but I'm really getting specifically singing. Singing is your ticket to freedom. Maybe you're an actor who's gonna sing in a movie. And that's gonna touch people. But definitely some professional vocalists. And even if you're not professionally trained, you got the sauce, you are professional. Even if you didn't go to fucking school for it, you are professional by all spiritual means. Chill, it's yours. Gym, no comp, play. Okay. All right. So it's yours. Whatever you want, it's yours. Whatever you want to manifest, it's yours. It's already yours. So just play. There's no need to not play. All right. Let's see the tarot. 3 of Pentacles. Yep. You're definitely making a project. Definitely making a project. I feel like it's a live project. It's a project that's alive. It's alive and breathing. And it's coming slowly. The judgment. Judgment. Yeah. So maybe for some of you it's already finished. For some of you the project's already finished and you're just releasing it slowly. You're releasing it in live time. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that feeling you get when an album is complete, it's already finished. You already have that feeling. It's just up to you how you go about showing it to the world. And there is no correct way. It's however you feel, however you really want. So Spirit is saying, all you have to do right now is be in touch with your eyes, be in touch with your vision. Make sure you're seeing clearly. Make sure your vessel is clear. That way you will be benefited greatly in the future. Because this is a time where you're releasing. This is a time where you're releasing your work. You are making final touches. So all you have to do is see clearly. All you have to do is have your taste in tuned. Make sure you're in a relaxed state so you know that this is what you like, this is what you want, this is the product you fuck with. Okay. 3 of Wands, yeah. Yeah. Spirit just wants you to be full of energy. Focus on your energy. Focus on being your fullest self, and everything will just come naturally. The High Priestess. The High Priestess. There's stuff you say in this work. There's stuff you do, you talk about, you portray in this project that's gonna last forever. It's gonna resonate forever. It's gonna hit forever. It's gonna be one of those projects that always, always hits till the end of existence. So, that's awesome. That is a gift. Spirit is saying, oh boy. Spirit is saying, oh boy. Do I have good news? Do I have good news that you have won? You have received the gift of all gifts. You have received your twin flame. You have received yourself. You have received your talent. You have received your wand, your sword, your pentacle, and your cup. And you've received infinite alchemy. Infinite alchemy. And you've received finished products. You did it. You did it. The Chariot and the Queen of Wands. All right, fire sign energy. You've mastered the fire element and you are moving. The Hierophant. Okay. The masculine, The masculine. The masculine has their eyes on you. And not just the divine masculine. So now we're getting it to the T. Not just the divine masculine has their eyes on you, but also the karmic masculine. My phone just buzzed as I said that. So they may be hitting you up. They may be in your face. They may be speaking. They may be trying to get your attention. So the divine masculine and the karmic masculine both have their eyes on you. And how do you know the difference? The divine masculine is nobody, is no body. The divine masculine is no body. Nine of Wands. You feel their presence, you feel their warmth, you feel their mind. The divine masculine is a spiritual connection, while the karmic masculine is a physical connection, and they only see the physical. They only see you physically. They're spying on you physically. They're trying to get intel in the physical. They're putting in research in the physical. They're hunting down evidence in the physical. They have a crew. They have a crew around them. They have a group of friends that look up to them. They're a leader of a crew, of a physical group of friends, a physical cult, maybe. And we have the Prince and Princess of Wands. So that's the karmic masculine. He's in a clique. He's in a clique. The divine masculine is not. He's in his own clique. He's in his own essence. He only cares about you, really. He only cares about the feminine. It's not that that's all he cares about, but he is aware of what he wants. That's the difference. He cares about his family. He cares about the world. He cares about everything. but he knows it's important to know what he wants so he can get it. And he knows what he wants, and so does she. They are mirroring. You two are mirroring. Everything you feel, it's in tandem. It's going back and forth, perfectly equal. So everything I'm saying, it's happening within both of you. You guys grow in love at the same time. It's like you two love each other, period. So it doesn't matter who is pouring in the love and from what direction. The love just grows. You guys are fused, you're one. So every bit of love is just love. It's simply that. Okay. Anything else? Ace of Swords. Speak, keep speaking. This person says, keep speaking. They think it's funny. They think it's funny how you speak your mind. They think it's funny that you just don't care. That you just call out. You call out the demons. You just call them out. You don't care. So don't change that about you. Calling out false prophets. Calling out people who may be knowledgeable in the occult. You may be knowledgeable in the occult, but you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. And I don't expect you to understand what you're missing, because I can't teach you that. I can't teach you what you're missing. Only you could experience it. Only you could grow on your own. But they're trying to be this prophet without God. That is what you're missing. It's God. Yeah, this person has a distorted view on God. This person believes God is evil. This person thinks God is very logical, that God is very analytical, and fails to see that God is love. That's what people fail to see, that God is love. That God is love. So if you don't know love, you don't know God. If you think God is wrathful, you don't know God. Your God is something else. You're looking up to something else if you think God is wrathful. God is love. It's your heart. God is the heart. The Hermit, 4 of Cups. 7 of Wands. The Fool. Temperance. So you're living a dual life. Probably much more than two. Probably much more than dual, but as you are growing in temperance, as you are becoming more God-like, you are also exploring what is in your way. You're also embracing a very curious mindset. You were trying to discover what you're missing. It's like you have an awareness that there's more. There's more to learn. There's more to feel. There's more to discover. And the only way I'm going to find it is if I have no thought, if I just do as I feel. Even if that is regarded as crazy. Even if societally that's regarded as weak. You may be doing stuff that society regards as weak, but you're doing it in higher consciousness, in higher awareness, and they understand. You're doing it in temperance. You're doing it in alchemy. You're doing it because you don't fear it. And you're seeing that you don't fear it. You don't fear not knowing. You don't fear being the ignorant one. Your connection to God, your connection to the divine, the force, is much more evolved than most. Because the force is not just light. God, the divine, is not just light. So you're on a different mission. A lot of people are just getting to know God. A lot of people are just getting to know God. But you're learning to be God, to wield God. So that means you're playing with a lot of darkness. Maybe infinite darkness. But you also are playing with infinite light. It's not a fear of the darkness. It's a celebration of both. Okay. So, in this current state of your life, you're breaking free and exposing forces that have been fighting you personally and the divine and your spirit family. There are forces that have been fighting divine beings. And you are taking initiative and using your power to put light on it, to call it out. Even if that may affect your ego, even if that may affect the way the world views you. You know it's important, and it is your job to call it out. And how do you know it's your job? Because it happens naturally. You naturally want to say it. You naturally want to shine light on it. Because it affects you personally. So if it affects you personally, it's affecting other people. And you have the power to make a change within yourself and within others. So I love you. God bless you.